Hello, back out again today. I wanted to make another video and kind of show a cemetery that's hidden away here in Louisville, Kentucky. It's one of the older cemeteries in this part of the county, in Jefferson County, Kentucky. Unfortunately, this cemetery has been kind of forgotten, a little bit vandalized, and now I don't know what all this is. I don't know if the government came in and cleaned out a homeless camp or what, but you're going to see what's been done here. It's a damn shame. I'm really kind of upset, honestly. Part of my job, I do historic restoration work for a living, and part of my job, and you're gonna have to excuse the wind, it's windy today, I don't have my microphone, but part of my job is restoring cemeteries. I've seen worse than this, but I've seen better also. But I do a lot of research on them, and then come out and check them out sometimes. And a lot of them like this one are forgotten. People just don't know they're here. Anyway, you can see where they've come in and they've used a bobcat or a skid steer to clear out all this area. They've pushed all this dirt out and a pile of debris. I'm almost certain this was a homeless encampment they probably cleaned out, but here's the problem. When you come over here, this is a cemetery, and the boundaries aren't real clear. But if you know anything about cemeteries, you know that this work right over here is a little close, and I'm going to show you how close it actually is. Not all cemeteries have headstones that look like these. A lot of times, what happens is you find them that look like this. And what I'm talking about here is there's a stone and there's a stone. This would be a headstone. This would be a foot marker, a footstone. So this is someone's grave, and they have pushed all of this debris and bulldozed right behind this grave. Now I can tell from looking at these stones over here that the graves run in this direction. So if I stand here and look at this headstone at my feet, and I look over this way, what do you know? There's another stone. It might not show up well in the video, but there's a depression right in front of me in the ground, and headstone, footstone. There's a depression right here. There's a grave. I keep going over here. There's a stone right there. There's not one over here that I can see, but there is a depression in the ground here where someone is buried. And again, we've bulldozed and pushed debris right up on top of here. I do see a couple more depressions over this way. I'm not going to go through there in the thorns to get to them, but that's what we're dealing with here. Now I do understand this place has been forgotten. Most people probably don't know this is even here. As you can see in a second, the homeless have been camping out here and making an absolute mess. Look at all this debris and trash that's left behind. This family is one of the earliest settlers in Jefferson County, Kentucky. A lot of roads and things named after them here, so everybody would know this name. It's Staniford. Louisville International Airport is named after Staniford. Staniford Field was its original name. Anyway, stones on the ground. Here, some of them have been piled up on trees. They've all been moved. So figuring out where these graves are is impossible now. Footstones, headstones, pieces of stone. And because of the trash around here, it's hard to tell where it begins and where it ends. Here's a couple of graves. See that field stone sitting right there? That's upright field stone. There's another one here. So this is what happens when you forget things like this exist. The family farm that this land once was is long gone, and now this is just kind of a forgotten corner in the middle of a developed area. A lot of traffic around here, a lot of shopping centers and grocery stores, Walmart, and all kinds of things have grown up around this area. And this little cemetery got forgotten by time. And it obviously got forgotten by whoever was operating the Bobcat that day. Honestly, I'm sure they probably didn't know it was here. There aren't too many people with good conscience that would do something like that on purpose. And you can see where they push more up here. But you know, if you're driving a piece of equipment through here and you see this thick underbrush and you're clearing this out, it's hard to see a stone until you're right up on it. Unfortunately, nobody will do anything about this. There's no enforcement really. Maybe on paper, but in reality, there's not. The trash is horrendous here. Sometimes groups will get volunteers and come in and clean it up. But that hadn't happened here. This is somebody's mother. Anyway, folks, I just wanted to share this with you. If you're in Louisville, Kentucky, and you know anybody that we can call about this, the mayor's office, or anybody that actually has some clout and that cares about doing the right thing and stopping vandalism of cemeteries, or actually enforcing the laws that are on the books to protect them, maybe point them out to this video. But yeah, this is the forgotten Staniford Family Cemetery. As always, have a great day.